but there will be a couple of raindrops.
Well, as long
here
as
and
it's
there.
just raindrops and not debris from a rocket that's out of control, okay? It's time for
Yeah.
another edition of... God help me. Spacing Out with Derrick and Jarek. Hi. Derrick Pitts from the Franklin Institute, Chief Astronomer Extraordinaire. Hopefully he will fall from the sky soon.
I'm like,
Well, okay, there's
there we go. And I'm here.
And a viewer from named Alex Holly. Hi, hi, Derrick.
Hey, Mike, how are you?
Super well-oiled machine. Hey, I'm going to take you back when I first got into television. I'm living in Kansas City, Missouri, and the country was very worried about this Skylab that was falling out of orbit, and it was going to crash somewhere in the world. And I worked at a TV station, ABC affiliate, there in Kansas City, and one of our, I think it was the general manager's wife, was so scared, she came and lived for a week in the basement of our TV station. Now, to give you an example of what the hysteria was like, here's a report from '79. Back in '79. Is it still stuck in 1979? Okay. Well, should I wait till 19?
Control Center in Washington now confirms that the space station has fallen harmlessly into the Indian Ocean, several hundred miles off the southwest corner of Australia. The return to Earth was at 2:38 a.m. Australian Eastern Time. According to the director of the Skylab Recovery Project, Mr. Richard Smith,
Okay, so it ended up crashing off the coast of Australia in the middle of the sea. The Earth is covered in like 75% water, so the chances are of any of this hitting us tomorrow rare. Can you remind the people what Skylab was? Was it the original space station or something?
Skylab was the original U.S. space station that was launched in the 1970s after the Apollo program, and a number of astronauts, I think 6 astronauts altogether, spent time on board Skylab. And it was our first real try at having a space station. It was really made up of components left over from the Apollo program, and that's how it was operated until it came down.
It fell out of its orbit. So tell us about this rocket that was launched by the Chinese. Why did it break up? Oh well, I guess we don't know.
Well, we do. This is a rocket booster that was used to loft a new component of the next Chinese space station that's going to become operational by 2022. So this is one of the heaviest pieces. They needed a big rocket. And typically what's done is you plan to either have the rocket booster itself burn up on re-entry right after, or you have it set up to re-enter the Earth's atmosphere at a later time, but have it fall into an ocean. But this one is out of control, like a number of the Chinese boosters have been in the past, so we're uncertain about where it's going to land.
Let's go to one of our viewers, and Alex, is it holy? Is it hot?
I mean, some people think I'm holy, but...
Oh my God. Do you have a question for astronomer Derrick Pitts?
I do. Well, first of all, should I be hiding in my house?
What you need for this, I think, is a tin-foil hat would be the best thing for this. Yeah.
Oh, really?
I need to work on mine because I just have plastic at this point.
Yeah. You need a little bit more than that. No, you don't have to worry about this at all. The chances that this is going to land in a populated area are very, very low, mostly because, as Mike said, 75% of the Earth's surface is covered with water, and a lot of the land areas of the United States of the world are uninhabited or sparsely inhabited.
Yeah, that's true.
So there's a better chance it's going to come down someplace where there's not a problem.
Would be the biggest piece left of it?
Well, some of the biggest pieces that might be left would be fuel tanks that might be able to resist the heat of reentry and other very heavy components. But right now, the latest prediction suggests it's going to reenter tomorrow night at about 11:45, but let me check. It looks like it's going to be over North Africa.
Oh, shoot. Because if it happens at night, that could be a pretty dramatic if it was burning up or we could see it.
Right.
That's right, but here's the interesting thing about this: we're uncertain about when it's actually going to begin. So
Yeah.
this the error bars on this, or the hours of uncertainty, it's a plus or minus 16 hours. So it could happen anywhere from 16 hours earlier to 16
Lord.
hours later than that.
All right.
So we will know better tomorrow, and as we get closer to reentry, we'll be able to
Okay.
refine the predictions.
Okay.
Yeah.
Derrick, thank you. Have a great weekend.
Thank you.
Hey, thanks, Mike. See you, Alex.
I guess I can give this hat back to the giant that I got it from, because this thing is huge.
Now we won't have to worry about hat hair.
All right, take a break.